Hey everyone. I had the craziest experience last night in the middle of the night, middle of my sleep, and I wanted to share it with you. I want to know if any of you have experienced this or something similar. So first of all, let me tell you that we go to bed early. We're up very early. A lot of times I teach early morning yoga. My husband's alarm goes off at 4:30. So we are often in bed by 9 o'clock. There are nights that I will take something to help me sleep, like just a Sleep Ease tab, perimenopausal, so sleep is important. Last night I did not take anything. I had just some chamomile tea before bed. The other thing I want to mention is in our bedroom, we have a digital clock that shows the time. It's quite big. For whatever reason, recently, my husband set it to military time. Anyway, go to bed last night as we always do, takes a little bit, fall asleep. I wake up at some point. I've been asleep for a while. And I start sort of tossing, turning, trying to get comfortable, trying to go back to sleep. And I quickly realize I am wide awake. So I look at the clock and it's 3:33. That is not the weird part. Hold on. So I say to myself, oh, cool, 3:33. I see these numbers a lot all the time, nothing new. But when you do see that, it jumps out at you. You are very aware of it. So 3:33, I close my eyes again. I'm trying to fall back to sleep and I'm thinking, okay, why am I so wide awake? Okay, well, if I went to bed at 9, I've slept a good solid 6 hours. I'm probably well rested, but I'm still gonna try to go back to sleep. And then I start thinking, as we often do, I'm thinking about channels I did earlier that day and curious to hear the feedback from people. And I remember, we had the election, so maybe I'll check the results and see who won. And if you want to know my thoughts on that, you can see my previous posts, but I check, see who won. I see I have an email from somebody that I did a channel for, read their feedback, all great. And so I'm gonna go back to sleep now, or try to. So again, close my eyes, tossing and turning. And for whatever reason, I glance at the clock again. This is where it gets fucking weird. So I look at the clock and the time is 0:03. And I just stare at it. Like, am I seeing this right? 0:03. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with the clock? And then I realize, okay, yeah, it's on military time. So that would mean it's 3 minutes after midnight. But however many minutes ago, I looked at the clock and it was 3:33. So I don't even know what I'm thinking or experiencing in that moment. I was just like totally eyes fixed on the clock at 0:03 and trying to understand what the fuck just happened. Did I time travel? Was I astral projecting? Was I jumping timelines? I do not understand. I actually got up, I came down to the kitchen. I thought maybe there's something wrong with the clock. I looked at the clock on the stove. It was a couple minutes after midnight and I thought, I don't get it. I was very wide awake. I very clearly saw that it was 3:33. And then several minutes, I can't even tell you how long it was. I don't know if it was 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, it was a little while later. And all of a sudden it's 3 minutes after midnight. So I don't know. Time has been a weird thing lately. I was just talking about this with my friend Lorianne yesterday, saying how time is such a weird thing. And anybody in the spiritual studies or practices, we know that, time is not real. It's something that is created. But that was really trippy. When I came down here and realized it was really actually just after midnight, I do remember getting this shiver through my whole body. And then I went back up to bed and I was suddenly very tired and I did fall back to sleep and slept until 6 o'clock. Anyway, has anybody else experienced anything like this before? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I'm curious. I don't know how to explain it, but this is something that I experienced 100% fully wide awake experience. So anyway, Interesting.